All right, what's up? What up? What up? What up? I don't think anybody's in here. Yeah, what's up, y'all? I literally was right here when we did the Tuesday tea with Jaguar. I was broadcasting from right here, not too far from the old Tower Records, Sunset and Holloway. And then a day later, I get the whole thing about this sinkhole that happened here in West Hollywood. Hold on, let me let y'all see. Literally, I was right here, and I'm sitting here like just trying to get a better understanding. I guess there was a pipe that burst to 100 years old, and you can see LA DWP is over here working. What's up, baby girl Tay? LAPD is over here working. They are getting all this dirt from over here and getting the pipe fixed. But there was a big, I guess, a damn flooding. It flooded a great area, a good area over here. The way this place is set up. What's up, Mandita? What's up, Sheila Gray? What's up? The way this area is set up, like you're pretty much down. Well, you're actually going up in elevation when you go that way towards Sunset, and it kind of goes up in elevation over here as well. It flows downward down Holloway Drive, going into like going on to Santa Monica Boulevard. So all that water more than likely ended up on over there. I want to see what's going on because I heard some YouTubers talking about that their house got flooded, and I'm like, how? How, Sway? But yeah, here we are. Here we are. This is live from Sunset Boulevard. Jags in the building. I literally was right here when we were broadcasting the night before the whole damn thing burst. I find and now it's closed where I was at. The Coffee Bean is closed. But I find the irony, I swear, that night, that very next night is when there was a pipe burst. What's up, Mary A? I'm live from the Sinkhole, and I guess it's not as bad as people claim it to be. This is where the impact was as far as where the pipe burst. I saw a video of it where they were showing like in the middle of the night, right when it was like I guess one of these security cameras. It had to be one of these security cameras that were pointed at the pavement at the asphalt, and how all this water just kind of burst. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna see if I can get. I probably won't be able to get in that building and see if I can look. But it's a pretty deep hole. That's a good 50 feet down. And you see this big caterpillar getting all the dirt. But as I was explaining to everyone, what's up, James? Appreciate you. Mary in the building. As I was saying, as you go up towards Sunset, there's really no. Yeah, I know. I'm not going that way. So the way this street is, it goes, the water, the only option it had to go was down. So down there, it's actually going up in elevation there. And here, it goes up in elevation. What up, Jag?
What up,
You
Jack?
hear me?
You hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello,
Hello,
hello?
hello?
Oh, there you
Oh, there
go.
you
Can
go.
you hear me?
Why does it
Why does it
seem?
seem?
Oh
Oh
God,
God,
Is it the
that
echo?
that
echo
echo
again.
again.
And I don't
And
even
I
have
don't
that
even have that
headphones on.
headphones
Yeah, they
on.
are
Yeah, they
fucking
are
with your
fucking with
account.
your
That's what
account.
they're
That's what
doing.
they're
Hold
doing.
on.
Hold on.
Let me see.
Let me see.
Okay, you hear me?
Yes, but I'm muted.
Hello, hello. Okay,
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
I'm like
I'm like
muted.
ground
ground
zero
zero.
now. That's exactly where. But okay, I can't hear you, Jack. Just FYI.
I'm muted.
This is ridiculous. Every time you hop on my live, this is what happens.
Yeah, I
Every
get
time you
it.
hop
Every
on my
time
live,
you
this
hop
is
on
what
my live,
happens.
this is what happens.
Hold on. As y'all can see, okay, can you say something? Hello?
Mic check.
Okay, I can
Okay,
barely
I
hear
can
you.
barely hear you.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
What is the
Christ, what is the?
Okay, so now we
Okay,
got
so now
this
we got
stupid
this
echo.
stupid
Do me
echo.
a
Do
favor.
me a favor.
Do your log off and log back in, or drop down, drop back in, because I want you to explain this Sloan thing. As y'all can see, this is now I'm really close up on it. Y'all can see the depth of how this whole thing works. Those look like old wells right there. Like that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Um, that's water, and that right there is obviously you're going into the tunnels, the sewer system. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, my bad.
My bad.
I got you.
I got you.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
See, now we
echoing.
got that
See, now we
echo
got that
still.
echo
It's
still.
ridiculous. And now this
Now
thing
this
don't
thing
want to
don't
work.
want to work.
Did it stop?
What'd you say?
Did the echo stop?
I think so. Yeah.
I've been muting.
You say what?
You say what?
I've been muting when I'm not talking.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
This
ridiculous.
is
I
ridiculous. I
swear
swear,
this is just
this is
ridiculous
just
as far
ridiculous
as
as far as
every time. I
every
thought it
time.
was an
I thought
issue
it was
with
an issue with
my
my
earphones, but
earphones,
no, it's
but
something
no, it's
else.
something
So
else.
every
So
time
every
you
time
log
you log
on,
on,
we get this
we get this
echo.
echo.
It's still echoing?
So what we
So
could
what
do is
we could
just
do
like
is
you
just like
said,
you said,
mute, and then when it's time for you to talk, you can talk. Show us that footage that you actually had, or not footage, but that screenshot that you actually had. Yeah, because I was trying to get everyone a little bit more context. So y'all saw where I was just at. They moved me away from over there, but that's where the sinkhole was. And as you can see, we're going like up in elevation. You go down, and all this. I'm assuming all the water must have went right here. It had to have gone like over here. Cause look. So go ahead and speak, Jack, because you said there were a few YouTubers who said that their whole house got flooded. I'm actually going to walk down here to maybe possibly where all that water went to.
Hopefully, guys, there's no echo. As you can see, a few hours ago, this very popular YouTuber, I think he has over 1 million subscribers, Sloan, not Sloan Bella, but Sloan, the guy, he posted this earlier today saying, I lost everything in the West Hollywood flood. I lost my condo. I lost 2 cars. Now I have nothing. I don't know what to do. I feel like my life has been torn apart. I don't know what to do. No car, no house, nothing. Everything is gone. So I mean that's what he's saying. He lives there in that area. That's what he reported. So I was kind of shocked. I'm like, wow, like it was that bad that it was displacing people in this way. So I'm gonna mute up and Odell, you tap back in.
I'm assuming maybe he lived here. Cause look, hold on. I'm probably not even supposed to be here. But as you can see, let me start back from where I was originally. The flood started pretty much up there. You see where those trucks are. You can see all the rushing water coming down this way. So this area where I'm headed to, and you see it goes all the way down, and then you go deeper into Hollywood, West Hollywood. That's like the where the Civic Center and the park, the Hollywood, West Hollywood Central is. So all that rushing water coming up, coming down from where you see Rocky and Bullwinkle, that's pretty much where the leak started. So maybe he lived in this building here. This building right here, 1010. This is what street is this? This Sycamore. Um, well, I'm right here off of Narat Street, but nonetheless, you can see there's a lot of debris that came down in here, and then you see this is underground parking. You could obviously tell that there was water that came this way and came down, and then boom. So maybe he lives here. I don't know where he lives, but you can see. Look at all this, and y'all could probably barely see, but I'm about to go into this. I don't think I'm supposed to be here, but I'm about to go into this.
Maybe you should
Whoa,
stop saying that.
okay, well, I'll stop saying it. No, I'm actually okay. The guy over here says it's fine. Um, Here's the grate where all the water pretty much ends up here, but it looks like this whole area did get flooded. So look at this. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. This car definitely, the water was damaged. You can see the water came up to you. Obviously, that water came up, and look, there's still water right there. So maybe he lived here. Look at this. I'm not going to step over there because I don't know what's the situation. Maybe there's but this whole little underground parking. This is all underground parking, and obviously these cars are damaged. Look at that. Look at that. Um, y'all let me know. Should I go? Yeah, of course I'm going to be careful. Y'all let me know. Should I go in a little bit deeper? I'm just making sure that there's no. Let me go ahead, Jack. Let me talk to this guy to see if there's any danger or anything within here. Go ahead, speak.
Smart move. Please protect our number one producer. We don't need you disappearing. Exactly, Leha. Be careful. Now, I know this area. I used to spend a lot of time here when I was younger, working in LA when I was first signed to MCA Records and I was building up my career. And I would have to come out to LA to work, whatever the case may be. Earthquakes, you expect. But for all of this to happen from a busted water main that's like 100 years old, that should have been repaired, that was scheduled to be replaced. It makes you wonder, like, with all of the stuff that they're worried about in LA and all of the politics and real estate, just everything crazy happening in LA. How is it that they have time to talk about all of this stuff, but they forget about something this important? It seems like this is where the city should have been putting its focus because this is just crazy. Like, this is stupid. Like, the fires are one thing because the fires, for the most part, outside of the ones that were allegedly set by people, the fires, there's nothing you can do about that part. That's just a natural disaster. But this is something that could have been avoided. And it just sounds like a lack of integrity in the way city management is running, their budgets and, just really being focused on what's going on.
Okay, if you stop talking, I don't know if you stopped talking or not, but yeah, essentially the building has been evacuated, and yeah, there was pretty significant water damage. So this guy Sloan is not uh, he's not grifting. There's definitely I see this building here has been a lot of significant water damage. Yeah, down in where I was originally, there was lots of water that accumulated in that underground parking, and as you can see, the draining system really didn't help simply because stuff was what's the word there was a lot of things that were a lot of debris that kept water from being drained from that location. Here I am. I'm on the other side on the next block, and all this got flooded as well. This got flooded. It looks like maybe about a foot and a half or so. You can kind of tell from just and this is somebody's apartment, so obviously they apartment got flooded. Um, let me go back to the parking structure. I can go. I guess I can go deeper in there. Just FYI. So go ahead, Jack. If you want to say something, go ahead. Oh, and you're
Oh,
right. And you're
hold
right
on a
on
second.
point.
And you're right on point. Hold on a second.
Well, no, go ahead. I was just basically going to say you're on point when it comes to the city and them neglecting the infrastructure versus you know handling issues because the piping allegedly was like 100 years old. So this should have been taken care of. Go ahead. Okay. Well, I guess you have nothing to say. Um, for now, you can tap in whenever. I'm gonna go. It's safe for me, I guess, to go into the underground parking part. Y'all want me to go in there a little bit further, or you guys seen enough? Y'all let me know. Let me know.
Y'all let me know. That. I have let to me run know to the door. Uh, I'm sorry. I missed a lot of what you were talking about. I'm just looking at the totality of it all. So,
Oh no, you didn't miss much. There's not a whole lot. I'm gonna. So I just walked over to the other side on the other block and just trying to assess to see how far the water damage went. It looks like this place probably didn't have a lot of water damage. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm sitting over here. Um, yeah, it looks like there wasn't a whole lot of no pretty probably no water damage over here. Hey, was there any water damage inside?
Pretty far up, but yeah, not
It's not
inside.
inside yet because you guys are up. Okay. Yeah, there was no water damage really in these apartments, so we could pretty much assess. And this place probably got saved because there's this barrier here. So the water damage looked like it was localized to just that one building. It looked like there's a bunch of old people in that building. So I really, if there's like a GoFundMe for these older people, let me see if I can find out. Yeah, there was no water damage here, obviously. It's a little bit of water, but not like damage. But yeah, they said it went all. He said it went all the way back here, and here's on the other side of that building. So as you can see, this is like a tiered system, like as far as how they did the construction. This foundation for this building is here, and then you could drop down. This is a good 8 feet, and then we have this other foundation, but no water damage. Go ahead.
almost like it was irrigated to a certain extent. You know, it's all of that hilly area, the way they have to. level off different plots of land to, accommodate the construction and the architecture. But no, it looks like that pipe bust, and it just it rip tide, boom, clean through.
Yeah, it was localized. It seemed like it was just localized because even across the street, I don't even see a lot of damage. You still got water. They've got the water pretty much under control. But I'm sure all that water in the middle of the night went all the way down the street. But here's where how it would naturally flow. Yeah, there's obviously an issue. Yeah, there's no water that happened over here, no damage. But there's obviously an issue with the way this was constructed. Not an issue, but just as far as you see the elevation. You know, um, yeah,
Exactly,
he
Mandita. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, at my age, there's no way I would continue to live there, taking into consideration mold and.
Oh no, go ahead and continue. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just wanted to.
I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
I was saying that I just wanted to acknowledge that comment from Mandita, which said mold and mildew within walls post flooding is a serious health issue. And I'm like, yeah, like for someone my age, I wouldn't even take the chance of continuing to stay there. So
Yeah, I got you. You're right. This looks like this is the drainage system. He had to must have lived in this building because for the most part, this is the only place where there was significant damage. Yeah, they pulled out all the electrical, so and you can see it got high. Look, it looks like it got really high in regards to how high the water went. Look, yeah, oh yeah, it. Look, I think it didn't get this high, but it was definitely this high. So this is about 5 feet. Let me see. Yeah, I can see this is about 5 feet of water. But these are all the cars, and I'm being real careful. But yeah, you can see. Look, this water. This car got straight in your data. This sucks. Like if you don't have insurance, whoa, oh god, like I felt like I stepped in crap. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, what was that?
It's sludge, all the dirt. I'm not gonna go. Look, this is all the sludge, and look how deep it goes. I'm not going all the way down there. But these cars obviously got left. These cars are left in here. Um, I'm just showing how significant the damage is. Look at this. Wow. Oh man. And then his this was un this got rolled down. So look, his car got it's got all kind of damage in there. Look at that. So this was all yeah. Look at that. Wow, Mercedes Benz. Wow. Yeah, this
It looked
whole
like it don't look like Mercedes no more. It looked like Honda and Toyota.
yeah. So it's a Benzide. It's been a Mercedes Benzino now. It's this what that's what it is. But yeah, this place here definitely has significant water damage, and it looked like it got up to about here. So that's about 4 or 5 feet, and you can see this car here. The unfortunate thing about this car, it probably would have survived, but look at that. They left a window down, and all the water got up in there. And then the thing is you normally won't. You're in LA. You don't worry about getting flood insurance. Yeah, all this. Look at this. Okay. Yeah. So it must have got really high
My
here.
next question. That was about to be my next question. Are they all going to get screwed because they don't have flood?
It's not necessarily that they don't have flood insurance. We don't know. Um, we really don't know. So the the question really is, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm more or less concerned about the elderly uh, people that live here because I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is an older building, obviously, and you pay for parking. You expect to have protection. Like your your car. You would not think that you would not expect flooding to happen in a place like right here in LA. But dang, let's just hope that they have flood insurance because that's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Like, well, I ain't gonna say that's the only thing. It's really like they have no electricity. Obviously, this place will be down for a minute. They're gonna have to refurb, rehab. It looks like the flooding was just down on the. Well, here's the lobby. Go ahead, you can talk, Jack. I'm gonna see if I can get into the lobby a little bit.
I just hope that the city is going to take responsibility for some of this here because this is a city problem. This isn't a natural disaster. This wasn't a storm. This was literally a water main that was past its integrity, like 100 years old, and it was scheduled to be replaced, and yet it wasn't replaced. Like this is like we're sitting here talking about insurance. Like, is LA going to step up? Because this is really an LA issue. Or maybe I shouldn't mute. Looks like he's still on an excursion.
I don't know. I'm
I don't know. You, I was.
yeah. This place is pitch dark. If I didn't have this light, man. But I'm walking along this carpet. You can tell it's freaking it's squishy, like just the water damage or whatever. So as far as we're gonna get,
Good.
what's
I
down?
hate
What's
the
here?
way
Hold
that
on.
why is this reminding me of that Jordan Peele movie?
Oh, my bad. I didn't even. This is like some backroom shit. You see how dark this shit is? Look at this. If I didn't have this light, this is what I'll be looking at. Be trying to get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. You can tell that it was water damage here. So yeah, like you said, the mold and stuff like that, they're definitely gonna have to do some replacements. They rip this out. Um, yeah, if you're an old person, you definitely don't want to be living here with the fear of the mold exposure. Doesn't get as super hot as it does like in Vegas or Arizona. I live at 209. You feel if I close the door? Go ahead. Yeah. I don't want to leave it open when I leave. Yeah. Well, you really talk to I don't see nobody else working. That's why. Yeah. I know, but no. Here, but his truck's gone. That's why okay, got it. Yeah, I would because you don't want to wait. Go in there. Yeah. Um, Let me ask if
Is there
you
anyone
guys live
else?
here. Were you guys on the top floor or bottom floor? So you got everything was fine on your end, but yeah, I seen down there just oh man. As far as cars, y'all didn't have your cars parked. You lost two. This is the only building that had this type of damage, though, right? Because I'm just thinking about as far as the proximity of the yeah. That got it too. Okay. Yeah.
So maybe three and then down there. Okay, thanks. Go ahead, Jag. Huh? No, actually, I'm just coming here to check for a friend. That's all. Um, yeah, I was speaking to someone who actually lives in that building, and they were on the top floor, but they said they lost two cars. I'm not gonna get too much in people's business, but yeah, there's two only like two other buildings uh, right here that had that type of damage with parking. Go ahead.
No, honestly, I was just more curious to hear what the neighbors had to say, if they had any information that we couldn't figure out just by touring.
Yeah, I'm curious to ask, but I don't want to be all in their business like that, to be honest. So, if I was in live, in fact, I may cut the live off and I could ask them. But overall, yeah, they just told me general stuff, and they said there's two other buildings. Then there's a building down the way that's that suffered a bunch of damage as well. Here we are back at the scene. Go ahead.
No, I going by the comments, other than Auntie Lee and Michael having a go at us. And salute to you guys, our moderators in the building. Always good to see those badges. Yeah, somebody said, Karen Bass, where are you at? Where you at, Karen Bass? And that's a great question.
Okay, let me put the cape on for Karen Bass, even though I'm not going to vote for her. This is West Hollywood, so West Hollywood is its own municipality, and it's not Los Angeles. I think they have their own mayor. I think I may be wrong. I know Beverly Hills has its own, like that's his own little thing. So L.A. Hollywood is L.A. Watts, even though it's L.A., I think is Watts. Yeah, Watts is L.A. too. Like so, L.A. City essentially. So I'm not too sure. I think West Hollywood is its own municipality, I believe, but I'll double check.
Well, it looks like Karen is off the hook for something. Guys, please forgive if it seems like there are any unnatural or awkward pauses. We are working through echo issues, but at least we're not talking over each other today. Salute. Back.
All right, that's it for the field trip. Maybe I'll see if I can talk to someone from DWP. Um, I forgot where I parked. Anyway, we're down the street from. All right,
I think we're
it's
having
the
some
sunset.
connectivity issues, but I'm.
Oh, next week. What do you think? Movie night? Look, Kevin Hart, 72 hours. Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Exclusively.
Yeah, go ahead and talk. You got it.
I don't know what's going on. I can't see you, but A, I don't know what to say. I mean, this is just a terrible situation. It looks like it's very inconvenient for the entire neighborhood and catastrophic for others who were living in, you know, vulnerable areas. It just makes you wonder, like, this could happen to anybody at any point, at any time. We take for granted our living conditions, especially for those who live in cities and not rural areas. You expect that the infrastructure is going to hold. You expect that, you pay rent and that everything is as it's supposed to be. You expect that, you're just going to be able to walk out and everything's going to be fine. You don't wake up thinking that a water main is going to bust and you're pretty much potentially going to lose everything that you have today. So, to those who have been affected, prayers up and, be vigilant. And I pray that you get made whole. And outside of that, that's really all I got to say about it. Back to you.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. As far as expect the unexpected, everyone should always factor in that X factor because yeah, this was definitely something not expected. Um, yeah, so Sloan says everything in the West Hollywood flood. They say he lost everything. He lost his condo. He had 2 cars. Now I have nothing. I don't know what to do. Yeah, man. See, the thing is as a man, number one, you got to be always ready to just always be like, hey, I'm gonna start over. I ain't got no problem going down the Skid Row. For real. That's just me. I have no problem hopping on the bus because I know I'll get it back. It may take a minute, but I'm gonna get it back. And everybody, just in general, yeah, you gotta have that that X factor. You gotta have that thought of the probability of something could go wrong. And yeah, who would expect in LA that there would be a flood of all places? A flood that just kind of came out of nowhere. Um, yeah. Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
The only thing that I'm really curious about is that sinkhole, because I'm like, what kind of pressure had to be released to create a sinkhole from a water main bursting? Like, that had to be a lot of pressure, like a whole lot of pressure.
This looked like that looked like it was a well. That looks like an old school well because you see um, that right there. That's made of brick, and that probably was a natural like water source for ancient the people that were from here. So, and then obviously the one in the middle right there. That's a sewer line. You can obviously tell that's a sewer line. But all that, well, if you look at the dirt, that dirt is soft. It's not like sandstone. You know a little bit about geology. A lot of Los Angeles, it's base. It has hold on, see, why does this thing act up? There's a lot of sandstone in the mountains, or if you go deeper down into the bedrock. But that dirt is soft as hell. So essentially, you saw when we went down into the parking structure, the underground. What did I step in? A bunch of sludge, mud, dirt, like red clay dirt. So that dirt is gonna soak up all that water and turn into mud and sludge, and it's gonna sink. If you see, if you go back, you can rewind. You said you have the asphalt, and then you have the concrete. So you got all that, you know, um, weighing down on all that water that was building up, all that water that pipe burst, the water built up, and then bam, there was a pressure point, and then that's where the sinkhole probably started. And you see, like I'm showing y'all, you can't see it really from here, but that's about 60, 70 feet deep. It's hella deep, and it's not as big. It's probably about how many yards? Let me say about three, four, about 12 yards, 15 yards this way, long, and of course like 4 or 5 lanes wide. So yeah, here, look, they're getting more dirt and part of the concrete. So of course they're going to have to do some type of reinforcement. And then mind you, when you go deeper underneath, there's a new tunnel. Is it down on this side? Let me think. Hold on. Give me 1 second, because there is a new subway system that they had just extended from downtown, and it actually goes all the way to UCLA. So yeah, we're like at the halfway point between like downtown and UCLA. So the deeper you go, this is hella deep. Like you're talking stories now, where the subway is. It's probably not directly under us, but take that in consideration as well. It's crazy that LA has a subway, but there we are. That was it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't see me, I don't know, but I'm pretty much about to uh, shut this down. And yeah, go ahead. You can go
All
ahead and
I
give a
can
last remark.
say, all I can say to Sloan is, I have nothing, nothing, nothing. I'm sorry, Sloan. I had to do it. I had to. That's all I got.
Oh, that's pretty insensitive. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. That's what I say when I'm playing dominoes and I got blink blink in my hand and motherfucker dominoed against me. Domino, motherfucker, what you got in your hand? I start singing Whitney. I have nothing, nothing, nothing for your punk ass.
Got to create. But no, salute to Sloan, and you'll get it all back. You'll get it all back. I'm sure. He's a hardworking kid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not to be like that, but I'm gonna save my remarks. But long story short, lost it all. You can get it back just like that. Hey, you can though. Just as long as you got the fight, you know. So yeah. Anyway, I'm up out of here. Uh, we are live from Sodom and Gomorrah. Was this? I haven't been looking at the comments, so I appreciate everybody who has contributed to the conversation. And this is not making fun of nobody, not making light of anything. We're not getting political. I just said, let me come down here because you were like, oh my God, the sinkhole, it's big. And I'm like, what? So, and like I said, the night before, that's why I was doing the broadcast from over there, right across the street from me. Like I said, I don't believe in coincidences, but yeah, that's where I was at, and I literally said, oh damn, I saw footage of the beginning of the water main break. You obviously you actually see uh, like sprinkles of water or spurts of water coming out of the ground little by little, and then it's just a big gush, and then the ground starts to sink. So this is like the footage from the cameras or whatever, and yeah, the way the news made it seem though, when I did see the news coverage, it made it seem as if like it destroyed pretty much all of that portion of Sunset Boulevard and or even parts of Holloway. But like I thought that sinkhole was gonna be massive, Like I thought it was gonna just take over the whole. I guess if, of course if it would have kept going, if they wouldn't have stopped the leak, it could have gotten really really bad. But yeah, it looks like it's, it created a chasm about 40, 50 feet deep into the ground. Still gotta go to, and yeah, it's being taken care of as far as the water, the damage. We went down into the parking structure, and you saw it got about 5 feet high, and I showed you all the Mercedes that was parked down in there, and that's what Mercedes was completely submerged. But unfortunately, it also had the back window down, and all the water got into there. So that was just unfortunate. And it looks like a bunch of older people, a few older people that live there. The people that I was talking to, they were much younger. Well, the lady, I don't know, maybe that was the mom and the daughter and the son. I'm not sure, but it's only been maybe they said maybe it's about 3 or 4 buildings, not like an entire neighborhood was flooded. It's just like 3 or 4 buildings. So y'all can look at the local news, or if you guys are from another state and look at the news in this city and kind of see and just compare to what you saw in this video, and you can make the assessment. And yeah, that's it. That's it. All right, go ahead, sign us out, Jack. I'm done.
Salute to LP, salute to the moderators, all of them. Archangel Michael, Auntie Leah, to everyone who came through. Our top people today: Myrna Sanchez, LaRon Pierce, Lee Hop, Archangel Michael, Auntie Leah, Mandita, Mary A, God's daughter, Brandon, Sheila Gray, Baby Tay, Barb Martinez, Sherry Horton, Real Jag, and Renee's. And to everyone else, thank you all for stopping by. This has just been a little community update, what's been going on over here, and live from West Hollywood, the disaster, and when disaster strikes, and who it can affect. For real though, Sloan, besides all of the jokes, prayers up. It's just you said I have nothing like 3 times in this whole thing. And that's not true because you still got your life. You have your life, you have your ability. You can walk, you can talk, you can eat. There's so much more to life than just material things. And yeah, that's it.
Yep. And I'm up out of here. Yeah, LP, I saw you call me earlier. I'm playing catch up with all my calls, bro. I'm gonna call you in a second, actually. Um, and yeah, there's more to life. You ain't gotta, material things ain't everything. There's always Taco Bell. Oh, Jag. Speaking of Taco Bell, um, y'all heard about this, and I might come back and talk about this tomorrow. But y'all heard about this explosive diarrhea episode and stuff and what's been going on in Taco Bell. Speaking of places, Taco Bell has been uh, implicated in like the start of it and talking about the cilantro and the whatever. Now here's what I'm going to do an investigation on, and tell me if you follow me, and tell me if this is even worthy of talking about. So they said this explosive diarrhea thing is going on because of certain vegetables, certain fruits. Um, I want y'all to put 2 and 2 together. We got the situation with the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz, it's a lot of oil, petrol. We get fertilizer from a lot of the petrol. It's a petrol byproduct. Now that Trump has cut off the Strait of Hormuz because of the war with Iran, and we're just going back and forth with them. The supply of fertilizer globally has like decreased. So we're seeing this rise in explosive diarrhea because they're not using regular fertilizer or cow poop in the petrol byproduct. They're using human feces. That's what I'm thinking. What say you, Jag?
Allegedly, allegedly.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're using human feces allegedly. Let me say that. This is what I think. No, not a conspiracy theorist. Because see, I research,
I just
so
hope
I'm
they not getting
obviously.
it from.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, you talking about exploding bowels and human feces for crops. I'm just hoping that they not getting it from Sexy Red. You know, Nature Boy was growing his own watermelons in his crap.
Oh
I,
yeah, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's what I think. Look, somebody said conspiracy theorists. I'm just saying put two and two together. Why don't you put two and two together? Stop being so. They programmed you in school. You got to think outside the box. That's why you graduated and they put a box on top of your head to let you know that you're in the box. Think outside this motherfucker. They are probably. I'm going to do my research, buddy. I'm doing my research now. I normally don't say anything until I have concrete evidence. But, buddy, why don't you put your thinking cap on? That's all that I'm saying. Why all of a sudden that there's an issue with fruits and vegetables? And where's the source of this explosive diarrhea thing coming from? Put your thinking cap on. I didn't say you can't think for yourself. I just said start thinking outside of the box. That's it. Somebody's somebody they're in their feelings. That's all. Go ahead, Jack.
listen to me. I ain't got nothing to say. There's nothing left to say. There's nothing left to talk about. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I ain't got
yeah,
nothing
yeah,
left to
yeah,
say.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess the
yeah,
echo is gone.
yeah.
The echo is gone.
The echo's
Yeah,
gone.
all I'm saying, I guess it is. I guess, but all I'm
We can
saying
speak
is
clearly now. The
the
echo's
echo's
gone.
gone. All I'm saying is think for yourself. That's it. I'm saying think for yourself, and the news will tell you one thing, but then if you're a capitalist, you could capitalize off of this. You really can. You can capitalize off of this. This just reminds me of a sci-fi book that I read years ago of how they were using the human feces on this other planet that they were on. It's a wild little story, but long story short, I said, "Whoa, let me do the research. Let me do the research." Um, but yeah, anyway, y'all don't be surprised if I come up with that. I'm basically probably going to go live about that maybe sometime this week as I'm going to Northern California, passing through the garden belt, as they would call it, where they grow most of the food for the country. All right,
They got a
peace.
garden belt. They got a Bible belt.
And they
Get the
got a belt
strap.
to whoop your ass.
Get the strap.